We are pulling up, splitting on the side of the hoop, and then rolling down.
As Karina mentioned, we're splitting, rolling, and pulling up in this routine. Not in that order though. She gave you the order before.
Yes. What I like about this though is that we're doing something with the flare that is a little bit different than what we usually do with the flare, you know?
Yeah. But do keep in mind that you need a little bit of grip strength, a little upper body strength, and also hip flexor strength to do this. Yeah. But if not, you can always start your routine with one of our more beginner entrances, as we have in a ton of our videos. Before we start, let's do a quick safety check. Let's start by checking our equipment. Make sure everything is okay with your rigging and stuff. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances. And make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, you'll find them in a playlist, which we'll leave right up here. So if you haven't done that yet, go do that first and then come back to this video to train with us. Make sure you're wearing the right clothing for this routine. Highly recommend that you wear leggings, something to cover your legs, especially your thighs, because thick leggings. Thank you for pointing that out. Something that really helps to protect that area, because the bar against your thigh is one thing, but also we are squeezing our thighs together. So the thicker it is, the less you're gonna feel that bruise. So that's definitely helpful. Also, make sure that you cover your back, because when we roll down, your back is rubbing against the lyra again. So covering your back will protect you from getting any of those burns and scratches that we all hate. Depending on how you come out of the roll, you might want to wear some elbow sleeves or something that covers your elbow, because at some point you might be hooking your arm. Make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with so they can be your GPS in the air and your cheerleader. And if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
Yeah, and you cannot find the music synced up to this video. We left you a short right up here. This short is synced up to the music and usually premieres the day before this video goes live. If you want to see it on the big screen, we always welcome you to come back on Friday. You can just see two people doing the same routine, how we'll do things a little bit different, and that's okay, because we're getting to the same point. We're at the end, we're ending in the same way. It's just realize that sometimes your body might need to do it or might be more comfortable doing it differently, and that is fine. Also, we're leaving a link to the song that we use along with the timing which we get started down in the description below, so you know what song we're using, what version of the song we're using, and exactly when we're starting. You're not trying to figure that out.
Now that we've covered everything, let's get started.
So for the starting spin, we are doing one of the spins where you're standing in front of the hoop and you're holding high on the top bars above. You're holding on both sides of the span set, and try to hold a little bit wider than your shoulders so that you can hang and engage your arms when you're doing it. So she's going to sink her weight down and she's going to step one leg forward. And this is the leg she's going to pivot off of. Before the next leg, she will take it and swing it backwards, and she will swing it backwards as she's trying to keep her body under the rigging point and adding spin. Once she has added enough spin, she's going to bring her leg that she's pivoting off of backwards as well behind the hoop to hold that hanging pose before she does a bit of a flare and pulls herself up and sits on the hoop and sinks to her knees. Here, she's going to go with the music, look up, and then she's going to pull her body up to come to a sit. Open her legs. So here she's going to open her legs. And then she's going to cross them underneath the hoops. And she's going to hold the hoop strong on top so that she can keep her body centered while she's adding spin. This pose will actually add more spin to the spin that you're feeling. Then she's going to take her weight into her hands and lift her legs, hooking her left leg on the span set above from behind the hoop. So once she is hooked here, she is going to bring her body to the side of the hoop of the free leg, and she's going to bend this free leg as she adjusts this hand to hold lower on the hoop. Here she can also rest her head on the hoop so she can feel comfortable. Now she's going to reach her hand, the same side hand as the free leg, on the hoop above and hold it. and then she's going to pike her legs and keep them as close together as she can. And she's going to hold her body here. From here, she's going to take that leg that is on the opposite side of the hand holding the hoop and extend it out into a split and straighten that leg before she brings it back to the hoop and she inserts it in. She's going to release this hand here and she's going to roll her body over. So she's going to reach for the hoop behind her here, and she's going to roll. She's going to bring her knees together and she rolls down the hoop, and she will insert her leg and she's going to fall a little to hook that left leg. She's going to release her left hand and hold the right leg below, and then she's going to climb up on the side of the hoop to come into a crescent moon before she holds both sides of the hoop, kicks down with the leg inside of the hoop and sits on the hoop. That was so much fun.
We know this routine was a little bit challenging. If you're looking for something that's a little bit easier, but you still kind of want to go upside down a little, check out the routine we're leaving on screen for you, which features an inverted pose that looks a little twisty from a knee hawk. So it'll be a lot easier for your upper beginners who can get to a knee hawk either by that invert or also stepping on, totally fine. We'll leave the dance video on top and the routine video at the bottom. And until next time, bye!